All right, yeah, welcome in Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. I'm your host, Gerardo gmoneytrading-tv, and this is our live trading session for our Legacy Inner Circle group. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the support. This is the group that supported me when we had the trade circle, and we do appreciate that. And this will be something complimentary for you guys. As long as I'm trading, you have access to the indicator. You have access to this Wednesday live session. You have access to the Sunday session, and of course, right, you always have access to me directly. You need to drop me a line, have questions. But yeah, as I mentioned the other group, right, the other call, I will be opening up for a few more spots, the last ones, and then from there, we'll kind of close it but for a while, and then kind of just focus on more on the subscription base for the Yes or Yes Academy. I'm gonna start taking a bigger role in there, meaning that I want to make sure that the academy itself is top notch and provides quality content when it comes to learning from scratch. And then obviously, right, we got a great strategy that does help. This box system to me helps, even if we don't have the box system. The analysis that we do by measuring the weekly candlesticks and the daily candlesticks with the fib, it's almost automatic. Some days, again, I say it's a 20%. We're 80% accurate for the most part, right? 80%. The other 20%, it does get shaky. It does get shaky. And as long as we don't over leverage on those on that 20 percentile too much, we will take a loss here and there, or if the trades, as long as we don't force it during that 20%, we'll come out on top on the other sides, right? Because it is about 80%, guys. It is about 80%. And I'm noticing it. And yeah, so again, the more we see this system together, the more you start realizing, like, wait a second, G. When there is no, and again, when there is no trend inside of the last 5 minute candlesticks, it's kind of like let it go. Okay. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Now, however, if there is a trend like it is here, right, we do have some nice structure here to the top side. Because we have the power of the fib, guys, it doesn't always mean buys, right? It doesn't always mean buys, but it's just letting us know where to buy low and then where to buy with momentum. All we got to do is be a little bit patient in between, right? All we got to do is be a little bit patient in between those zones, right? We got to be just patient in between these 23 percentiles. This is technically like our no trade zone almost. I don't want to say that, right? Because there's always opportunity. But it's kind of like our no trade zone, meaning that we don't trade towards it, but we can buy from it, right? We can buy from it. So it's literally like this. So these 23 percentiles. Oh, sorry about that. So it's always right to call it for educational purposes only, and all other good stuff. So let's we're recording, so let's go ahead and kick it off. So it's kind of like it's very and if you guys don't mind chiming in or just typing it in, it's fine, right? Why is it dangerous to sell to that 23%? Well, it's dangerous because
Price
this
can,
is was that then?
price can turn because it's a support or resistance level.
Exactly. It's a buy low area, right? Based on the fib. It's like a 50% to about a 78%, right? So that's why it's kind of dangerous to sell towards it. Now it's a great area to buy, right? Because it's closest to the low, closest to the stop loss. And if we do buy, right, we know kind of where it would go. It will kind of come back here, the top of the 23 percentile. We can take profit there, take partials, and if we really think the momentum is in our favor, we take profit and let the partials run, or re-enter somewhere around here, and then we can capitalize some more, right? Or if we buy from this area, we buy from here, we take profit there, we think the momentum because of the higher time frame is more bearish, right? We establish that this is going to be a resistance, and then we just kind of look for this movement here, which is the structure downside. we wait for a pullback, and then we enter, and then we take it back down to the targets. So it's just about being patient with it. If this time frame is too small for you, that's what we got the 1 hour time frame. And in the 1 hour time frame, we're reading the exact same thing, right? We're reading the exact same thing. Okay. So literally, price is either going to go to the 23 percentile of the hour or work its way down to here. Now, here, right, we could trade toward these areas because we have more space, right? We have more space. And we got the 5 minute as our friend as well. We got our 5 minutes as friend, right? We do have more space. So yeah, guys. So just kind of staying in between and see where we're at. And let's see what these candles. So again, where we're retesting, we broke and retest the 23% of Monday's candlestick, which is that color. Is that a thick line right there? We'll call that. What's the price line of this? We'll call it
33.56.
50. You like 56, Dan?
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate that. 33.56.
Close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be the decision zone for us, I think. And we'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out from there. What do you got, Dan? What's your
I
speculation
got
for
the
today?
same exact thing. It's the same markup we had on Monday night. On the
Okay.
Monday night session, it's almost identical. I'm looking for price to come back and retest it. If we do go to the lows, I'm looking for 33.25 to catch a previous weekly low, which is also the probably way above the extension on the SMT level, which is about 33.30, somewhere in that zone right there is
Yeah.
33.31 as another target range that I'm looking for. So if we do go for lows and we break and close below, I'm looking for 33.31 to 33.25. If we go the opposite direction, I'm looking for 33.72 to 33.80.
Perfect, man.
Wow.
1 hour SMT swing. Yeah. So then let me see here. I mean, we're right at the midpoint of it too. That's why it's kind of struggling, but um, we're getting some traction. We'll just see what the momentum here has for us. One of the things that really catches my attention, guys, again, is it's definitely marking up where those opens are at. The weekly 4 hour, or excuse me, the weekly, daily, or 4 hour. And I mean, that sell was very nice. And right there, it just wicked the previous weekly open, and we got a nice reaction. So those can be some good areas to target, take profit a little bit before, and sometimes you can just do a little buy limit there and you see we can get a nice reaction. I mean, the buy limit right at the open only went to draw down about 60 pips or 50, and then it gave about 20. So that's not too bad, right? That's not too bad. But just whenever we're around that area, that's really, really important. Here on the daily time frame, again, price I think is always trying to go to the open, right? It's either going to go to this open on the daily or this open. Okay. And we'll see. So now let's kind of look at the 4 hour candlesticks. And again, you can look at the 12, you can look at the 8, you can look at the 4. Same thing with the ETM candles, right? You can look at all these time frames. The candlesticks anatomy will change every time you switch time frames. But just to be consistent as possible and not add overload information, to me, weekly is plenty, daily is plenty, and 4 hour is a high enough candle time frame to really help. Okay, so check this out. Just analyzing the chart with the opens of price. Okay, I'm gonna make some line. Hold on, then let me put this up front and center so you can go for it. Go for it, man.
Yeah. Captain there. Let's see. that's an area I'm looking at right now. See, look at right where our extension's at, right here,
Mm-hmm.
right
Mm-hmm.
even this. So this is my zone. That's that 3380 level that I mentioned earlier. So if we do complete the and I'm looking at this impulse correction, and I may be looking at that if we're looking at the 4 hour.
Oh, got you. But again, this thing could be valid. Like your impulse could be valid, but it depends. Do we have the momentum just to go a little bit lower, and
Right.
then pump up? Yeah, but that's literally the general direction of it for
Well,
sure. I
even down
agree.
here, we're pretty close to that level. We've
Hmm.
already, just based on this particular,
If,
based on
with-
this,
if that 23% holds, then I
yeah,
think this is going to push up. And let me, because we're right at it. We're right at that 23%. So let's
it,
analyze here everything based on the opens by itself. Okay, based on the opens, and we got to see which opens are still available, right? Meaning that they haven't got wicked or filled, I guess you could say. Nothing in here is available, right? Everything's filled. Okay, so the most recent open is this one, right? That's an open. This one up here is also an open. And then over here, this is the open all the way down there on the 4 hour chart. Okay. So on this 4 hour open right there, there's going to be a lot of volume there. And we also, if you see the rally base rally is somewhat there. So price right now, we have a nice impulse candle on the 4 hour chart, right? The open of price of this 4 hour is keeping things bullish. If we stay above it, we are going to go up to this open, and it's lining up perfectly with the max out of a daily range. So where's price going? Well, we know it's going to go here or there based on the range. Okay. Okay. Where's price? That's number one checked off. Two, where are we now? So where now, if we would describe where are we now, we're basically doing a pullback on this 4 hour candle. Okay. We're waiting to see if once price touches, if it touches the 4 hour candle, open, excuse me, will it get the volume to go up? If it does, we don't gotta catch the low. We can catch it with momentum and then take it to 33.75, 33.80, and so on. If price comes in and gets that open and cannot trend up, we just wait for it to break, retest, and then we can take it to that direction. Okay. So let's turn everything back on and let's kind of put everything together. So now we actually get even higher confirmation because that is Monday's candle, the 23%. Okay. This 4 hour open over here is in between the 50 and 61% of Monday's candle. And we go down to the 5 minute chart. Okay. Let me put the open here just for reference. Okay, 30 volume is just in, guys. Let's go back to the S&T. So there goes 4 hour. There goes the 4 hour open down here. You guys see it? Look where it's lining up, guys. The 4 hour open at the bottom 23 percentile. If it decides to go down there, it's also a nice little rally-based rally as well. Right here, perfect. I can grab the liquidity out of this low and take off. But again, we just got to read momentum. It's got to read momentum and see what it does. All right, so everyone good so far? If we do get down here, I don't mind positioning ourselves. But if now we just wait for that thing to get above this area, we can tackle it much better. We know exactly where to go. Okay. That. Let's check another 4-hour chart. Just to see how it looks. Forex.com. You know how these hours be. It's even hours. They're a little funky. Put it to your message here in a second, Alex. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for that question there. I elite for gold, Alex. A 15-minute candlestick is some confirmation for gold. Okay, so whenever you have your, whenever we have the box, okay, draw your fib as so, and then I would also draw like a get this tool here, the trend line, and put it right there, and then put another one right there. Okay, and then from here, I would go to a 15%. I mean, a 15-minute chart. Okay, 15-minute chart, and decide. Yeah, so we obviously the intraday momentum markup is your 5 minute. Okay, this is how we draw our impulse on the 5-minute chart. And then you come back in and put in your 23 percentile zone, and then from there, right, you can go up in time frames now. High drawing site indicators, yeah, up to the 4-hour if you want. And you at least know, right? Okay, these are the 23. That's the 23 percentile range. All right, let me see what kind of candlesticks we have. We did get a nice closure with the 4-hour. Okay, 1 hour. Let's see how it looks. Well, in the 1 hour, we actually got a rally-based rally. So, okay, that's not bad either. Let me keep it hidden. And then from here, you can ETM the heck out of all this, right? And find more confirmation to support the momentum. Okay. But I think these lines right here, these 23 percentile lines, are crucial on all time frames. So here, let's just say on the 1-hour time frame, these are our 23 percentile lines, right? From the 5-minute momentum, correct? If we even get an hour close above there, that is more confirmation, right? So, but yeah, for gold, I am liking 15-minute. For currencies, a little bit higher, maybe at least a 1-hour candlestick above our zones. Okay. Look, and then look at this. We have a 30-minute drop, base drop. That's also a supply zone, right? In this scenario. But it also can be what? A flip zone. Right? So how do you play a flip zone? Break, retest, continue. Again, we wait for this volume to tell us. We wait for this volume to tell us. And again, 837 now is in. The volume is in. Okay, let's see where it goes. I think price is telling us what it wants. That just gave me an idea, guys. I can probably code
Now is
these.
the moment of truth, G.
I can probably code these 23% tiles to appear in every time frame. That would be nice. Or we're making it too easy. You want it easy or harder?
So, G, you said you wanted a 15-minute
At least a
that
15
side?
minutes, man. Yeah. Swaney, at least a 15-minute, man.
Yeah, I've been in the buys all morning anyways.
Nice, bro.
I'm just waiting on that closure to put an extension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the SMT box, this is the first buy low area. This will be the second area to buy. I was waiting for buys down here to position myself. Yeah. Joe, I'm looking at all three, forex.com, Saxo and Noenda. Okay. Simply because I'm marking up a lot of charts, and sometimes I keep one chart and kind of restart it fresh, and I won't lose the markup. But the box for the most part will be pretty good. I'm using a different broker now, and that broker's time is not identical to none of the ones available. So I kind of lost that comparison there. But yeah, all three are the ones that are there. The box system won't change too much with with the broker. Now prices obviously will be different. Will be different. But again, right, we're relying on one 15-minute candlestick, and all we got to do is find that 15-minute candlestick with our broker, and that will determine our price levels for us, right? So like if we're waiting on this 15-minute candlestick to close, well, we simply just let it close. We can measure it in our broker, and it can find our price for the broker. All right, y'all. 20%. Right, true over. There it is. See that Monday's candlestick, 23%. Is holding strong.
Hey, can you go on your 20 minutes for a second?
Sure.
I'm actually liking that order block.
On foreign or which one?
No, that's good.
That's
I'm
good.
just looking at the 20 minute, on the little order block right there. After the impulse going up just now.
Yeah.
What price range is you 23%?
One more time. Price?
What price range is you
33.56, give or take, from Monday's candle.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I think close in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
And it's creating a nice break of structure pattern right now, and we'll see how that. Yeah.
10 minute, we have a nice 3 bullish candles there.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent. We can kind of come back and retest. Yeah, 20 minute is also it is forming that break of structure candle. You said that?
Uh-huh.
Pretty nice. Yeah, but there's plenty of room, guys. Look at this. We've only moved 244 pips. There's plenty of room. Plenty of room. We're above. Okay, look, perfect touch on the top of Asia. Nice. And the daily range is still solid. The New York range is only completed about 30% of its movement. So the worst thing that can happen here is that it doesn't trend in our favor. And it just ranges, right? That's the worst thing that can happen. And if this candlestick won't close above, just have to wait for the hour to close and then decide. All right. But other than that, that's the markup. That is the markup. You guys keep an eye on that. Let me speculate elsewhere. It is Wednesday, so I am curious to see how everything else looks. I don't think I see no. Anna's not here today. Perfectly fine. It is early in Cali, but yeah, she likes to trade the euro. I like trading. I like looking at your USD now. I used to not like it, but I do now. I do now. We actually did pump up a little bit more Tuesday. I was waiting for us. Yeah, I was waiting for this 20% out of break. All right, let me start. Wow. Yeah, UJ, I wanted to sell early, but it actually went higher first. It came right in between the 50 and 23%. All right, so this one's good. I'm liking this one. I'm liking this one, guys. Okay. For sale still. Let me check out. Is that it? All right. Let me go ahead and erase all this. Actually, no, I don't want to erase all that. Go here, erase this chart. And let me see if I can duplicate it. All right, so weekly status. Well, let's measure again. Let's always find the points of the previous week, okay? Because I need to know where that open is at. So that's the previous weekly candle, high and low for USD JPY. As so. And then as so, okay? And then the open is really important to me, right? Remember, we talked about the opens. Excuse me. And talking about the opens, there is no more opens above, right? There's only an open below, all the way down, based on the weekly, right? So now let's go to the daily chart. Okay, where are the next available opens that price has not touched? Well, it's the current day. Look at this guy. I mean, I don't make things up. I just tell you guys what I see consistently. Where did this wick come up towards? And then reject it back down. Wait, is that the close? Yeah, that was the open up here. Open close. Yeah, it came back to the open of this day,
Yep.
and boom, just came back down. Right. So right now we're challenging the open of the previous week, and we're challenging the open of this day. What day was that time? Friday. We came back and are challenging the day of Friday, and let's see, we're getting a nice rejection, which is we're supposed to get a rejection. That doesn't mean we're going to get a reversal. Okay, it's just a bounce. It's not always a reversal. It's just a bounce, but the bounce can start a reversal, or the bounce can be a pullback. Right? That's good to know. That's good terminology to know. If this is the open, previous daily open, okay, this wick action, okay, is a bounce, right? But the bounce is not always, it can be two things. Bounce can be a reversal, or bounce can be a setup for the pullback, right? Which one is it going to be? Well, that's where the lower time frames will let us know. That's where the lower time will let us know. If this is a reversal, I mean, we can take it, high as we want. If this is just a pullback, we can take it as low as we want. All right, guys. So that's interesting right there. So now let's kind of check the 4-hour areas. And okay, actually, let me do this here. So we're near the previous weekly open, and then we're also near the previous daily open. Previous daily open. So again, this is an area where price can bounce. Okay, bounce. Let's look at the 4-hour. Based on what you guys see on the 4-hour chart, the candlesticks of how we got here, what is this communicating to us? Okay, what is that communicating to us? This is a break of structure candle, right? Strong selling pressure. So this bounce right here, as of right now, is a what? Is it a pullback, or is it a reversal? What would you guys
I'd
consider
say
it? What do you think, Dan?
I'm thinking a pullback.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So if there's a pullback, it's in the area to potentially, it's in the lower high area, correct? And we could potentially do that. Pull back until it breaks the low. Let me see. Let me see. Until it breaks the low. I'm trying to put that together, Joe.
I think he's trying to say he's going to have to break both previous daily and weekly open to make it an
Oh,
actual
gotcha.
reversal.
Okay. Okay,
That
good,
right,
good.
Joe?
I think so. I think you're right there. Hold on here.
Yeah, that's what I was, I mean, until it breaks the lows, it's just a pullback, correct? Am I thinking right?
So yeah, the previous weekly open and the previous daily open, right? That's what gave us this bounce, right? The 4-hour chart, this is the impulse, that candlestick by itself. And these few candlesticks are technically the pullback. So on the lower time frame, Joe, this will be this direction down. And what's happening right now is price is being is creating the pullback. We always want to enter technically off the lower high, right? To then what's the terminology, Dan? We're either completing a pattern or what is it? I forget.
Being a pattern or forming a pattern.
Correct. We're completing a pattern or forming a pattern. So here, right, we're trying to complete a pattern. And what pattern are we trying to complete? The N wave. You see? We're trying to complete the N wave. So I'm speculating that price would go lower. We already got the bounce at the previous weekly open and previous daily open. Okay. So I'm speculating that we're going to complete this pattern on the right-hand side. And we're definitely in an entry zone to take us back down. Okay. So we're trying to target the lows and a little bit beyond based on the extensions that we have as well. Right? Because if we fib this candlestick by itself, right? When we fib a candlestick, right, we're basically saying that the high of that candlestick is going to hold. That price is not going to come in back and take out that high, right? That's what we're saying. So when we fib the candle from high to low, okay, notice it came in and touched right in between the 50 and 38%. We're now below the 23% extension. And these are potential targets. So in this scenario, we're trying to complete the N wave down. Okay. The N wave down may not be obvious on the 4-hour, but if we go down to the hour, there goes an impulse and there goes a correction. If we go to the 15-minute chart, there goes the impulse and there goes the correction. So I'm liking UJ cells. Long story short, I'm liking UJ cells. Let's go back to gold. Oh, there it is, guys. Anybody play that? I think we can execute. I think we can execute. If you guys did not execute at the bottom, good stuff, guys. Very good stuff. Let's see. And again, if we missed it, we got the 1-hour time frame as a friend, right? What do we need to do? Just wait for this candlestick to close, fib it, and just find entries around 23%. And same scenario here, right? We're trying to complete patterns, or price already completes the pattern. We got the impulse, correction. All entries were, buy low entries were there. Price is trying to potentially complete another higher high. We're entering from here, which is not a buy low scenario, but it's a buy with momentum scenario. And we capitalize from there to there. Okay. And I think before even when the class started, right? I was looking more for price to go lower, right? But again, though, I can price is not going to give me what I want all the time, but I'm ready to go in the direction the momentum is telling me, where the water flows, right? Good stuff, guys. Yeah, but I am liking UJ. I'm actually gonna execute UJ. For sales. Oh, Goldie, we can take it up to, what do we say? 70, 74, 74. You can take it up to 74.
Yeah, 72 to 74. Yeah.
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
So if you played the 1, 2, 3, got in at the 50 and took it up to the 0, that's a nice one right there too. Look at that. Beautiful trade. Then you take profit 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And 4 right up here. So
And then we go back to the 4 hour guys as well. Remember the 4 hour time frame? Remember how this open down here was catching my attention? This
yeah.
4 hour candlestick was catching. There you go, Dancy. We can at least take it to that 4 hour open. I will put 74 because I like to take profit $1 before a fifth number. And yeah, but very, very near right there. So there's volume that here that needs to be broken or touched. But this wick kind of got in the way. So kind of filled the imbalance there, fair value gap scenario stuff. And yeah, but yeah, I am. So then this UJ selling is, letting me know that there is some weakness on the dollar, and gold pushes up. Oh yeah, so but yeah, let's analyze what happened here, right?
Yeah, it likes to form a pattern, and here we have a beautiful head and shoulders pattern forming right there.
Okay.
There's
Ooh, nice.
our neckline. We test so down. Oh.
Very nice. Very, very nice. So if we use the SMT markup just on the 1 hour chart for USDJPY, here it is. Okay. And actually, no, I don't use this fib like that. I use this fib. Excuse me. So, and how to price travel, right? How to price travel in this range. Well, this is the impulse. That's the pullback. Came into about 38%. Now we're back below the 23 percentile. So I think we can go lower. Okay, so this one, if I had the extensions on it, there's our potential target. And there it is, go right, Joe? Back to that same thing, right? We're trying to complete a pattern. So this will be the impulse. The high and the low is already there. This will be the correction. This is the lower high. And if price really wants to complete the lower low, it will go all the way over here and complete this end wave down. Take profit areas are obviously at the low. Don't expect price. Again, price is going to get a bounce from here. But is that bounce going to be a reversal, or is it going to be just a pullback? Right? That's what we kind of speculate. I would like to play the entire thing. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm liking UJ sales. Perfect, guys. The 15-minute candlesticks begin to close here shortly. Get a message on Discord. I missed. And even so, right, look at this nice 15-minute candlestick, right? The moment that one slightly closed, it wasn't my favorite, right? Because more of the body is below that 23 percentile. But as long as we can buy low and sell high, apply the 1, 2, 3 strategy right there
Yes, sir.
on that candlestick by itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, right there. As long as we touch 23%, we're fine. Maybe we can play 38, 50, or 61. Like this. And usually price takes profit there. But we have a higher target in mind with the bigger move right there. So this candlestick is our impulse. Came in, wicked the 38%. And then from there.
And it technically took out a flip zone.
The 30-minute one?
Yeah, this BEC right here.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I think I have it marked up here from the
Yeah, there's a rally based rally on the 30-minute, but if you think about it, yeah, drop base drop. Yeah, there it goes. It's still a flip zone. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
So I'm actually liking the 30-minute candlestick more than the hour. I don't think they're about the same length, but I'm liking the 30-minute candlestick more. It just created a break of structure candle, guys. And it may not pull back as much, but the same play. Rinse and repeat.
And that 38% looks really pretty.
Mhm.
This front edge of that zone, though. Yeah, it's cool. But the wick is right at the tip of the wick of the 236 is right at the tip of this wick over here. So, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, good stuff on that. Yeah, I am still liking the sells for this. Now remember, if we cannot trend above this 23%, it's still early. If we cannot trend above this 23% of the box, just be mindful it probably will not trend. But we got some good pips around there. You guys got in. I'm favoring more today the USDJPY. And I like to sell on it. Let me share this chart with you guys and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see. Go ahead and hide this indicator. I am liking the USDJPY sells. So that right there represents the second here. Yeah, I'm liking the SMT on the 1 hour time frame. This fib represents that. Okay. And we are below the 23%. We got a pullback right there between the 50, 38%. So at least back to the lows and then maybe to the extensions down below. Yeah, so USD JPY drop in Joe. If it correlates, gold goes up. Yes. Gold goes up. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up. And we will close it down for today. Any other updates I'll share on the Telegram or Discord. I do appreciate you guys' support, and we'll be back tomorrow. In the chats and also in the academy. Thank you guys. See you on the next one. Appreciate you. Appreciate Trev, Dan, and the questions, everybody.
No, oh, good. Thanks. Have a good one, G.